Hello, this is Head Rat, and welcome back to Sky City. It's a beautiful morning, actually. It's a beautiful evening here on Sky City. And today, we've got a new project to do. I'm going to leave the Skyrail alone for today, and I'm going to work on a new project which I've been meaning to do for ages, and that's putting in a new sorting system into my storage area. So let's have a little look at what's going on over there. Oh, by the way, this is my cat. There she is. I don't actually have a name for the cat yet, which is a bit of a shame. So if any of you do think of anything that'd be cool to call her, then please leave it in the comment below, and we'll see if we can get her a name. Okay then, so this is the central storage facility. You may have noticed it has changed a little bit. I have added some extra space to it, and the reason for this is because I want to build an automated storage system, and well, that's going to take some redstone. So this is the area that I've got set aside for storing all of my gear. It's going to be automated, and this room I'm going to use for storing blocks, sort of building blocks or construction blocks is the idea. So let's get straight on with it now. I have been doing some research onto this, and I found that well, I need all of this sort of equipment I've got here, but I've never actually tried building one of these before, so we're going to see what happens. Hopefully it's going to go alright. So what am I going to need to do? I'm going to need to leave a little bit of space, and then I'm going to place a trapped chest. And I'm going to use 2 trapped chests. I'm going to make a large chest that I can put all my gear into, so that it can sort it. And I'm using a trap chest because a trap chest won't start sorting until I've actually closed it, and that means that hopefully I can, in case I make a mistake, and put some wrong blocks in there, then I won't necessarily want it to start sorting straight away. A regular chest will just sort straight away. But this way, nothing will drop into the hopper until I have closed the chest up. And I've just realised that is a full block I've placed above the chest, which means I'm not going to be able to open it. So I need to put a partial block above there. Stairs are a good choice. Now I want to put them though so that it looks as if it's not stairs. So if I put a block there, and then go around this side, and place some stairs here, that way around, and now I can get rid of this block. There we go. It looks like a complete block, but it's actually stairs, and the chest's still open. The hopper down there will take anything out of that chest. I'm going to need to get rid of some of this though. Alright, yeah. This is all going to be hidden away behind the work, behind a sort of like a false wall that I'm going to put in here. So that shouldn't show up, and we shouldn't see this really. I'm then going to need to place some droppers. Now the droppers are going to move anything I put in the chest. They're going to move it up. So I'm going to need to go up here first of all, and place that there, and then get as close as possible. Oh yes, you're going to need to shift click when you're jumping, and that hasn't worked at all because that's pointing the wrong way. So let's get rid of that. And what I might need to do is take out some of this ceiling, so I can do a little jump. Right, so let's get my dropper ready. And shift, jump, click. Excellent. And now I should be able to place the last one here. That's been orientated wrong again, so let's take that off. And I'm going to have to do a little jump. And there we have it. Put the roof back, and we have our droppers all in the right place, and that will take the anything I put in the chest up to the top and spit it out here. And we're going to need it to do that so it can go into a series of hoppers, and then we can sort our stuff. So I'm going to need some redstone, going to need a redstone comparator, and going to need some redstone repeaters. And what I'm going to do now is every time something is put into this bottom dropper, I need to activate it. So I'm going to use a comparator, and it has to be pointing away from the dropper. And then I'm going to make a block here so it activates that block. And you're going to need some redstone down here. And I think what I'm going to need to do is put a repeater here first of all. There we go. And this will now feed back into this comparator here. And I'm also going to want to power these. So I'm going to need to put a repeater here. Open that up a tick so it's a bit of a delay. And that should now, hopefully, spit out. If I put, let's put some sand in there. There we go. And it should spit the sand all out the top there. Fantastic. A little party. There we go. Do some head wrap boogie. Oh, it stops. Right, fine. Let's get back to work. Let's pick up all these, and yeah, it does look a bit of a mess here. I might have to do something about that later. But the point is, I now have my sorting system started. And what I'm going to have to do now is have somewhere for all this stuff to go. So I'm going to use a mix of trapped chests and regular chests. This will allow me to have these chests right next to one another. I'm just going to figure out where I want them. These hoppers come along here, so I'm going to put the chests here, I believe. Let's see. Trap chest, regular chest, trap chest, regular chest. And that way you can put the chests next to one another and they all look, well, pretty cool. And it saves space. There we go. So there are my chests. And I'm gonna, this is quite handy. Got a little space here so I can come around the back and have a look at the workings. But I'm going to want to cover up some of this workings that are going on here. I'm also going to want some spaces underneath my the back of my chest area here. So I'm going to need to cut this floor away. Fortunately, Sky City is double skinned. I put a base on it of cobblestone virtually everywhere, and then sort of anything else I put on top of that. And that means that if I did, because I am a bit clumsy, and if I did happen to break a block, or as has actually happened, creepers come along and broken blocks, I haven't then just fallen to my death through the hole. So we need some redstone torches. The redstone torches are going to power the hoppers above, and that will, if you activate a hopper, it means it doesn't work. It stops working. So that's going to allow me to choose, or be part of the selection of what goes into each of these chests. Okay, so I've got my dropper here. I'm going to want now to block off some of this area to make it look, well, make it look fairly cool. And in order to do that, I'm going to need to cover up, make a kind of a stud wall. So let's make the stud wall here. There we go. And then we're going to put, again, we're going to use stairs because they're partial or half blocks or partial blocks, so that way we can fool the chest into thinking there's enough space above it, and it looks fairly pretty from the front. There we go. So there's our chests, and they should all open, and they do. So the chests are in the right place now. Next thing I'm going to have to do is place my hoppers. So this last chest here is going to be where I keep, or where all my junk goes. So I'm going to sort everything else out except for that last chest. So place the hoppers pointing this direction means that, it acts like a conveyor belt, and all my possessions that I place to be sorted will travel along this conveyor belt until they get to the right chest, or they reach the end and go in the junk chest. So that's providing my sort of conveyor belt system. The next thing I then have to do is I have to place the hoppers, some hoppers going into the wall. There we go. And they're going to be the hoppers that pull out the correct items into them. And then there's going to be one more hopper underneath here, and that's going to be the one that feeds into the chests. But I'm not going to place them just yet. Or am I? Yeah, go on, why not? Let's put them in. Alright. Oops. There we go. Let's place all the hoppers. We might as well. But don't forget to shift click, like I just forgot to, on the back of your chests. There we go. It's getting a bit dark in here, isn't it? Right, so now then, what's next? We're now going to need to be able to activate these hoppers here. And we want to activate the bottom hoppers so that we don't get things just falling into random chests. So now what I need to do once I place these blocks is to activate the hoppers so that they will pull the correct items from the hopper above. Or rather, they don't, because hoppers are weird. If they're activated, they stop working. They only work when they're not activated. So, in which case, we need to activate them to make them stop working and not pull items out when they are needed. Okay. I also need to deactivate these redstone torches so that when there is stuff around, then it will pull things into the chests. So in order to do that, I think I'm going to need to cut away these blocks here. Okay, and then I'm going to need to put in a repeater. And that's to make sure that it's all directional and the right hoppers are being activated. I can then cover those up. I don't need them sticking out, and some redstone all the way along here, and all the way along here, should keep them all activated. Good stuff. Now we need to see if it works. So let's put some blocks in here, and we can see I put the blocks in there. That activates that and doesn't switch that off. We've got 22 blocks of dirt. Hello, chicken. What are you doing in here? It seems to be raining outside as well, so let's fill in some of this roof space. Okay, so in this second hopper here, the top hoppers you leave empty. The second hopper, you need to have 22, because of the strength of the signal from the redstone. You need 22 blocks, and you also need to fill up each one of these spaces in the hopper. Down below, what will happen, you need a 23rd block to go into the bottom hopper. The rest of them, and that stack of blocks I put in, should all be now in this first one here. Excellent. So that seems to have actually worked. I'm kind of surprised. So let's put some of this dirt. Oh, we haven't got any there. It's in here. Let's get that dirt ready here, and we'll put a block of dirt in the frame, and that way I know that that chest is my dirt holder. Put some more frames all the way along here, and we'll just put an example of what block is in there. The last one actually I'm going to leave empty, so I might just remove that frame for now, because that last one is just going to be a collection of all the odds and ends, so I can't put more than one block in the frame. Now let's see if this works. We'll take this dirt out. Oh, I have. Good. We'll put it in the sorter. I've got 8 blocks of dirt. Put them in the sorter, nothing happens until the lid is shut. And you heard the click, and oh, there's a second click. The first click tells us it's starting to sort. The second click tells us it has sorted, and there's my 8 dirt in the first chest. So my sorter works, and I'm a very happy ratty, because I wasn't expecting it to work so well, to be perfectly honest. And what I'm going to do is finish off loading up the rest of these different item frames, and so that I can put a fair number, although not as many as I was thinking, different blocks in here. I might have to add a few extra chests as well. I'm going to leave it here, ladies and gents, and before I go though, there is one thing I wanted to say. I wanted to give a big shout out to one of my subscribers. I've got over 100 subscribers this week, and that is, well, it's awesome. I'll be honest. There's a lot more subscribers than I was expecting. So one of those subscribers has been making me as maybe a 100 subscriber picture. And that's Leggett Pig 12. So I want to give a shout out to Leggett Pig 12 for making that, and of course the avatar picture of me, and it looks really cool. So if you haven't seen it, you can check it out, and that was really nice thing to do. So thank you very much, Leggett Pig 12, and we'll see everyone in the next video. Have a great week. See you next weekend. Bye.